the Black Knights will get us started with the opening kickoff. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Air Force's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under.
And the ball is free on the pitch. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, Black Knights. The defense putting points on the board.
That defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
The defense gave them a 6-pointer, and now the offense is out there trying to cap it off with a 2-point conversion. Motion from the back. They want to throw it. Under fire. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
That keeps the score. Army 6, Air Force.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They'd love to get something started here, down 6-0. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second-down situations.
And the Falcons can really attack on this 2nd and short. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Snagged in the middle. It's Roberson. Right down the boulevard. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Air Force.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And they move on top with the extra point, 7-6. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they find pay dirt from way out, covering 69 yards on the touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Army's offense taking the field for a chance. We have to see them today. And Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover and take him away, that's when you go somewhere else with the football or you run it. The balance in this offense, based on how they play him, I think is big today.
Yeah, and that's what you've got to do as a defense. Sometimes you double team him, sometimes you play zone, mix it up, give different looks, because he is a guy. He's shown the ability to burn your defense and make big plays.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
He unleashes a long one. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? Look, you want to make the quarterback feel you. You want to get pressure in his face. That was so close, but just a tad late. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The Black Knights trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Sends it back in motion. They'll run the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. And the Black Knights will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. All the way back to the 15. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Goes to the option. And maybe a wise move not to even try the pitch as he's knocked down in the backfield.
And as a defensive player, you see so much option nowadays and so many different variants of it. And you got to play very disciplined, sound football. And you could tell he knew he was responsible for the quarterback. He goes and gets him, sits him on the ground, creates a tackle for a loss.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Latham. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
That's the end of the quarter. Air Force has the lead here. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. The snap sets up the throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
The Falcons send out the punt unit. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time. He uncorks one deep. And the ball was knocked away incomplete, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's sort this one out. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. He wants to throw it. Pocket breaking down. Fires deep on the run. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Motion from the wide receiver. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Runs through a tackle. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Finds the tight end. Jumped on top of the pile.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The loudest jet you can think of has nothing on this crowd as they try to help the Falcons on third down. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's short. Running free. Tag. No one there to stop him, except the fella in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. That is brutal. An explosive play like that to be wiped out by a mistake. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
In these situations, third and eternity, I know exactly what to do. I'm putting more DBs on the field. I know it's a pass, my best pass defenses, and then I turn my pass rushes loose. Go get that QB.
The Black Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. Here's a return from midfield. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Gets the back moving. He wants to start this drive with a pass. With the catch, it's Harris. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Second down coming up. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to fire on second down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. It's on target and complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
And the Falcons with the 1st and 10. They just keep firing. Caught over the middle. It's Roberson. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Here comes the option. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
You can skin the cat a lot of different ways. You're just trying to get enough yards to pick up that first down. It's not the dive man. It's not the quarterback. He makes the right read, pitches it out, and he's just able to get enough to keep these sticks moving.
The Falcons will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Off play action. He wants it all. Touchdown Falcons! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 14-6. So they started that drive barely into opponent's territory and went 48 yards. And they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. A little screen to the running back. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Grab near the sticks. It's Howard. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
And the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback, and a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
Now on first down from the 28. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Reed. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Off play action on first down. Catch in the middle, it's short. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Now he'll throw back into the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
It's nice when a QB can get outside the pocket and break down a defense and take off. But I thought the defense did a really good job of seeing it, understanding where he was going, kind of mirroring him towards the sideline as he rolled out to the right. Didn't give him any space to run the football, covering the pass deep. Really nice defense on that play.
It's complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And the Black Knights will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. Under 30 seconds to go here in the half. Let's see how they play it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella. They get him down at the 36. It will be a 1st down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this 2nd half. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Army has it back in the offense ready to go. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the 2nd half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little 2nd half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the 2nd half so that they can win this game.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There's a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
On the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Quick screen to the speedster out wide. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The Black Knights will punt it away on 4th down. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. He'll ride his man on the option. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold on.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Harris. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
You just can't hit the quarterback like that. The defender got caught red-handed. Looking to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They'll line up for a second down play. Wants to go up top. Throws to the tight end. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Gonna swing it on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Carson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And I love it when they slip it to the fullback. He's a guy that, you know, blocks a lot, so always in the box blocking, and then you sneak him by those linebackers and try to give him a touch or two to get some positive yards.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Harris. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's third and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Wants to throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's Carson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Yeah, and the fullbacks don't run long routes. Most of the time, you keep those guys short off of a little play action or a run fake. Gets the catch, secures it, gets a little bit of yardage.
Here comes the offense on second down. Oh, he's got a chance. Past the 45. Turning it on. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And the Falcons have it with a first and goal. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
It's now second and goal.
Well, guys, Air Force has the lead here. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Back to pass. Makes the catch.
Holding.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Harris. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Back to pass on second down. Release to the back. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
I love the vision on the quarterback by this defense. Dude, you know that ball's going to come out pretty quick. Down here on the goal-to-go situation, they break on the football, and they make sure they swat it down so the offensive guy can't make a play.
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. He's looking downfield to throw. Get it out to the supersonic guy. The receiver will not get it to the sticks. It'll be fourth down.
Man, did the defense need the stop. Great job getting the third down stop. They needed to force a punt. They got to get their offense the football back so they have a chance in this football game. Really nice execution by this defense.
So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And he missed it. No good. After the missed field goal, still an 8-point game, and guys, more importantly, still a one-possession game. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Give to the fullback. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
Just need a few yards for a first down. Reed to the left. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Holding. Offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Motion from the back. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So the offense gets an automatic first down after the roughing the passer penalty. Looking for an early chunk play. Read option to the right. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
Caught in the backfield. It's Harris. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a third and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. On third down, he drops to throw. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Holding. Offense.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The Falcons will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got it behind the line. It's Howard. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Pulls it in. It's Fortner. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
Well, bad news, he didn't get the first down there. The good news, though, he got out of bounds, stopped the clock. They still have one timeout, so there's a lot of time still in this 2-minute situation to march down the field and get a score.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And that is perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays, don't want to give up those first downs, and just make that clock run.
Got it in the middle. It's short. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. And the Black Knights have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, they don't pick up the first down there, but in this 2-minute situation, they need their quarterback to be decisive, to be accurate, and make really good decisions. And we'll see what he's able to do as they inch closer and closer towards the goal line.
The Black Knights with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking down the middle. And the pass is knocked away, incomplete, but that defensive play is not going to stand. They were a little too rough on the quarterback. This defense is trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards.
And coaches love having options late in the football game. They put a nice drive together, and those 2 timeouts allowing them to stay balanced late in this game when they got to have points.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Here comes the heat. He's brought down right at the 13-yard line. Still a ways to go to make it to the line to gain. Let's see what they do on 4th.
And that's exactly what this defense is going to have to do late in this football game. They understand the situation. They're in the full 2-minute drill. They're playing pass, but understanding the quarterback can still run. Nice job playing pass, playing coverage first, protecting yourself, and then rallying to the football and getting the quarterback on the ground.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Going for 6. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. The give to the fullback. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle for a solid pickup. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Looks like the offense will just take a knee.